Good afternoon. I'm at the ISAF base at Bamiyan, and the New Zealand military forces are here, and Bryn has very kindly agreed to do a short interview with me this afternoon. It's important to understand what the military are doing here and how they interact with the local people and how the local people view seeing foreign forces here in their own country. Good afternoon, Bryn.
Afternoon, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Would you just like to tell me your full name and your rank?
I'm Flight Lieutenant Brent Igo. I'm part of the Crib 12, which is the New Zealand forces here in Bamiyan, Afghanistan, and I'm one of the few RNZF or Air Force personnel that are here on camp.
Thank you. How long are you on detachment for here in Afghanistan?
It's a 6-month tour in total, arriving in early April of this year, and we depart at this stage and sometime in October. Okay,
and this is your first time to Afghanistan?
Yeah, first time here. Yeah.
Okay, just run me through, please, what your specific duties are here at Bamiyan.
I'm one of the 4 patrol commanders. Kiwi teams 1 through 4. Kiwi team 3 based here out of Kiwi base itself. Primary role here is to get out amongst the local people, interact with the local people, village meetings, dealing with the head of shura or the village representatives, if you like, talking to them, asking what their issues are, what their problems are, what support or humanitarian aid they may require, and then we do our best to support what they're after.
When you go out on patrol, what's the general reaction of the Afghani people in this area?
Really good. Bamiyan province itself is primarily a Hazaran-based people. Those people had it really rough during the Taliban time, so the support they're getting now they really appreciate. So we'll go out there, interact with them. They're warm, they're opening, they open their homes up to us. They have nothing, but yet they'll keep giving and giving and giving. Examples: sit down, have choy with them. They'll put on a meal for us, and as I say, they have nothing, but they'll just keep giving. They're so warm and welcoming.
And I gather that when you go out on patrol, you have soft-skin vehicles, and you don't dress up in combat. You're more dressed down just to appear more friendly to the local people. Yeah,
for sure. We utilise the Toyota Hilux. All patrols based out of here of Kiwi base use the soft skins. It gives us the ability to have windows down. We can interact with the local people, particularly the kids. We can say salam to everybody. They can talk to us. We can talk to them. High five the kids as we drive past, things like that. I think it opens up more doors, being in a more relaxed mode, if you will, and they're more willing to open up and speak to us as well.
And are there any areas that you do patrol here where you don't receive such a friendly reception?
We've got one particular area, I guess, in our AO. They're not quite as warm and friendly as the others, but that's part of it. They interact with us as they wish to, and we do our best to do the same with them. We don't treat them any differently to the other people in the province, and it's just the way they are, but we just get on with it and deal with the situation if anything arises.
And how do you get on with the local Afghan police?
Yeah, really well. We do a lot of joint patrols with the AMP. They want to be seen as a credible force, and they are. We're out there just to assist them as best we can.
And I gather that you alternate your detachment here every 6 months. Does that cause any form of difficulty in respect that the new detachment comes in here, doesn't know the area, and there isn't a proper handover?
There is a proper handover. It's a very in-depth handover. For example, when I arrived, we were here approximately 1 week prior to the rest of our teams arriving. So we had seen the AO, we had met the key people that we deal with in our area of operations, which made the handover process a lot smoother. And we'll do exactly the same when our people arrive approximately a week before their troops do. By meeting the local people and the key personalities prior to your people arriving, you know who you're going to see on the day, and then all you have to do is introduce your new team. So the handover process is very in-depth, and it's a nice, smooth operation.
Do you think there will come a time when there will not be a requirement for ISAF forces in this area specifically?
Will it ever occur? I don't know. Do I hope it will occur? Yes, certainly. We're here to facilitate as much as we can, and at the end of the day we want to be able to leave here handing over to the local people, the local authorities, knowing that they have the processes in place to carry on and have a successful province and spread that across the entire nation.
When you're dealing with the local government here and the local police, do they talk to you about their wish that one day you will be gone, or do they prefer to think that you're going to be here for a long time in the future?
They haven't actually mentioned, they want to see us gone. I think they really appreciate that we're here and to help them as best we can. And whilst we're here, that's exactly what we're going to do. We have 3 areas that we work on while we're here. It's the redevelopment of infrastructure, the development of security and maintaining security, and governance, giving the local people the processes and the knowledge to carry on once we have gone. So if we can get all those three things achieved, at the end of the day we can leave here knowing that the country's in good hands.
And I gather, apart from patrolling and supporting the Afghan police and the interaction with the local community, you're also doing other projects, hearts and mind projects. Can you just give me a couple of examples of what you've been doing there?
A lot of the stuff is based around, or the whole infrastructure is based around rebuilding of facilities that have broken down over time or was destroyed during the several wars they had in this nation. The other thing that we do is we build new infrastructure. A good example of that is out behind Kiwi Base. It's the Bamiyan new town. There's a big plan, there's a new prison being built, a new justice building being built. There's a new dormitory for the ladies that attend the university in town down the end of the runway. Security wall was built around that. And schools is a big one that we try to attack as well by giving out school books, textbooks, pens, pencils, soccer balls, volleyballs, anything you can think of in that sort of area. We give that to the schools just to encourage them to get out there, run around, have fun whilst they're learning. Because education is, as we all know, important. And if we can educate the kids from a young age, then they're going to come through, have that knowledge and the skills and ability to take over the jobs in town and furthermore develop the nation as a whole.
Back in the United Kingdom, we get in our news every day, news from Helmand province, what the British forces are doing, and when I go to the United States, I see US news, and there they're talking about what the US forces are doing. What we don't seem to see in the international papers and the papers in our own country is exactly what the forces are doing to really try and help the Afghan nation recover and move forward. Do you think that this is an area of negligence? There should be more in the press to get over to people back at home what we're doing? Because, I mean, in the United Kingdom, for example, there is a resentment to a degree amongst certain members of the public that British forces are here. Why are we here? No doubt you get the same in New Zealand, probably the same in America. Do you feel in New Zealand that your people really fully understand what extent all the help you're giving?
Probably not, to be honest. I think it's much publicity for the military, no matter where you are or what nation you are in the world, is a good thing. To have it out there and explain exactly what we're doing here, I think you can never have too much of that. And to let the people back home know exactly what we're doing is a very, very important thing. Then they can understand why we're here and exactly what we are doing. We're here to help the Afghan people, and by doing that, once again, we can leave here at the end of the day with them, taking over the reins, if you will, and carrying on from there. To let the people at home know exactly what we're doing, definitely more would be good. Do the people at home in New Zealand exactly understand what we're doing? I don't think so. But then we can't control the media, so we let our people know as best we can. We have our media publicity people that help out a lot in that area, so we try and get the message through as much as we can, but once again, you can never have too much.
Now, you very kindly explained some of the projects you're doing here to help the local people. Who makes that decision, what projects you should be supporting, what areas you should be helping in? Is that just a local decision, or do you have a policy or a New Zealand government policy?
The decision now has been handed over to the Afghan people. They have what they call the Provincial Development Plan. These people have regular meetings which someone from the PRT represents on a number of sector working groups. They will set the priority for those projects within Bamiyan province, and then they worked upon from top to bottom. Funding comes from several different streams, NZ aid, US aid, SERP through the Americans, just to mention a few. And once that funding is available, the projects will be completed, once again in their priority order, set by the local people.
What do you think in your tour of duty so far has been the greatest contribution that New Zealand forces have made in this area? What stands out most in your mind?
Oh, there's so much that we've done, to be honest. One thing that stands out in my mind is the friendliness of the people, the openness of the people. But what we've done to help them most, I could have put my finger on one thing, to be honest. Like we've involved with roading, with building of schools, security fences around accommodation blocks for the university students, orphanage. A new kitchen was built at the orphanage, and it's always good fun to go there with the kids. But to put my finger on one thing, I couldn't do it, to be honest. There's just so much happening in the 6 months. Because it's the summer period, it's the building period.
Yep.
So much construction goes on. To be honest, I couldn't pick one thing.
Have you enjoyed your tour here?
Yeah, it's been great. I think the people make it, as I say. They're so warm and friendly. There's so many things I've seen here. The country is a beautiful country. It's just a shame what's happened to it over the years with the wars, etc. But it's a trip that I'll always remember.
Well, Bryn, thank you very much for your time this afternoon, and from all of us, particularly from the Sandy Gaul Afghanistan appeal who are here at the moment, we wish all of you and your colleagues a safe continued tour here in Bamiyan, and hope it goes well for all of you. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks very much.